the Evergreen Media Network Studios, brought to you by Evergreen Media, creating cohesive marketing campaigns. Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
Welcome to Classic Car Radio at Vero Beach. I'm Keith McDonald here with Mike Carano, Steve Charbonneau. Did I say that right? Steve Charbonneau.
Yep.
And I think Todd Byron. You here, Todd?
It's bit on.
Yeah, you're here. Okay.
He's in. He's in.
He's here.
Yeah.
And we are now the Patriot Radio. Is that correct, Jesse?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a whole lineup of. I'm going to just read this off real quick.
Go ahead.
There's a local guy, Brian Mudshow. He's on from 5 to 10 a.m. But at noon, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton will be on here. Ben Shapiro comes on at 3 to 4. The Guy Benson Show from 4 to 6. And then Mark Levin from 6 to 9. Good lineup.
The great one.
And they're going to try to fill in that 10 till noon slot. Saturday at 2, dude.
2 o'clock.
You don't even know when we're on.
Saturday at 2.
I've listened
You ever
to it a
listen to
couple
the
times.
show?
It was on the radio at the shop.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there you go. So welcome to the show. Did you guys attend any shows or anything this past weekend?
No, I didn't. No, I did a trunk and treat at Sebastian Catholic Church.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of guys there, so it wasn't too bad. Gave out a lot of candy, a lot of
Classic
kids.
cars,
Yep,
mostly.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
good.
Classic cars and regular cars, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of things coming up this weekend.
Yeah, you asked me if I was going to go to any of those, and tell us just off the top of your head or whatever.
On Saturday you have the eighth annual Car, Truck, and Bike Show at the First Presbyterian Church right over here on Royal Palm Boulevard. That's Saturday from 10 to 3. And then on Sunday is the Clam Bake in Riverside Park in Sebastian.
Oh yeah, cool. Okay. When is that Indie Atlantic show at Duncan's up in?
That I think that's usually the first Saturday.
So that would be
The
next
next one
Saturday, right? Yeah.
Would be next Saturday.
No, it'd be
yeah.
this Saturday if it's first Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's the first Saturday of every month.
Okay.
They keep jumping around because now there's another one that's coming up in December, a new spot.
Oh, really?
Urban Tea and Ice Cream in Indian Harbor Beach. So.
Oh, okay. They probably see all the business Dunkin' Donuts getting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably, of course. Yeah, because Dunkin' Donut gets packed. There's 100, 200 cars there sometimes.
Right. Yeah, it's a great show.
Yeah.
Great show. I've been 2 or 3 times. I could have gone more. I only lived like 5 minutes away from the bridge, and then go over the bridge, and the show is like right around the corner when you hit A1A.
Right.
But once you go and you see all the cars, you go again, you see the same cars, a couple of new ones, but not that many. And you just go, okay, I've seen these cars.
Yeah, I mean, are they still doing a thing on Oslo Road up here on Saturdays?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, are they?
And the TA truck stop, right? Still on Mondays?
Yeah, I think I seen on Facebook where they did something there, like a trunk or treat there.
Oh, yeah. Last week, I think. And downtown Vero was just last Friday.
Right,
They said they had a good turnout.
Did they really?
Yeah, they had a good turnout, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, good shows. Good shows.
Yeah.
It's the seasons are arriving. It's cooling off.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's been nice. Today anyway. No, it's been in the low 80s for like a week. It's pretty good. Now, do you guys notice the traffic getting worse? Before we jump into the show, are you seeing the snowbirds coming back?
We got a couple that trickled in. Nothing alarming, but yeah, we've seen a couple.
Yeah, I think the traffic, though, is getting a little heavier.
It's getting heavier.
Is it?
Yeah.
I noticed I was in Sebastian.
Yeah, you don't leave home. You don't have to. You know.
You're on the sticks, right?
Yeah, he just walks door to door.
Yeah.
Hey,
My
going
commute to work is
Going
like-
home.
Do you at least do you have like a little cart that you could golf cart that you go from the house to
No,
the
I sold
second
the golf
garage?
cart.
Did you?
Yeah, because I didn't use it. I need the exercise.
What about going through the fields? Do you have like a little quad that you use?
No.
Nothing.
No, we marched through the field.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Can't you ride one of your donkeys over? Like,
I wouldn't do that to that poor donkey. Either one of them.
Plus, they're not that tall. Todd's pretty tall. He
Yeah,
might
you ever see-
his feet might be
feet would
dragging
drag,
on the
yeah,
ground.
drag on the
Funny
ground.
looking horse rider, I'm going to tell you. This guy.
they still biting you? They
Huh?
still bite you? Didn't
What?
you get bit by them before?
I
Couple
think
times.
Well, They don't bite you on purpose.
No,
you know?
it's
It's
just-
like if you're trying to feed, you're trying to feed them or something.
Yeah,
Don't
okay.
stick. Well, it's just like any animal.
Well, I
Wild
thought
animal.
they would come up behind and like bite.
Give you a little
No,
nip.
but they'll nudge you. And one did the old check on me the other day when
Oh,
I was
yeah.
in the shelter. It's like, oh,
that hurt.
I fell over. I had to squat down, take my breath, swallow my tonsils back where they need to be. Yeah.
So what are you working on over at the shop? Anything?
The 50 Buick. We were attempting to start the Mustang today, and it didn't
No.
start.
Why is that? Because it's a Ford?
I don't
Yeah.
know. We're trying to figure that
It's a
out.
Ford.
You know, it's all new stuff. That and that race car
Oh,
and the
okay.
Trino. We're kind of like jumping back and forth on all of them. But
Right.
mainly the Mustang and
Right, you got to get that
And,
Mustang out of there.
the chassis being shipped for the 57. So
Oh, good.
I'll probably get that in the next
Good.
couple days.
And that's coming from where? The chassis?
Art Morris.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's the same guy that has the Mustang?
Yeah.
Or a different guy? Oh, same guy. All right,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, that Mustang, he put that giant engine in it.
Yeah, it didn't start.
Was it Eliminator? Is that what it's
Illuminator.
called? Illuminator.
What size is it?
Like a 5.2 liter.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a big, wide motor. I don't know how you
Yeah.
fit it in there.
It takes up the whole engine bay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Had to remove the strut towers, right?
yeah.
Or shock towers and all
Yeah,
that.
cut
Yeah.
all the shock towers out of it and put that TCI front suspension in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just made an air box, coming because it's got the King Cobra throttle body on it.
Right.
So I had to fabricate something. Joe actually made it out of part of one and then a couple cups, and we glued them all together. And then, I taped this one part and I mudded up the whole thing, and then
Right.
I pulled a mold off from it, and then I took that mold and made another
Oh,
Wow,
nice.
that's neat.
air
Wow.
intake. Yeah, it's pretty.
I wouldn't
intense.
have the patience myself.
It takes a lot. I mean,
Once you dedicate
yeah.
yourself into that kind of a job,
Right.
you got to find some way. They don't make one specifically for that,
I was underneath my wagon all yesterday, the whole day.
Why is that?
Trying to take the starter out.
Oh,
put a
yeah,
new
the starter.
in.
Yeah, you had to do the starter.
It was just crazy. Because I don't have a lift, so I'm using
Right, yeah.
wood and engine stands, just trying to get it.
Yeah.
Just trying to get the car stands, get it up, and finally I was able to squeeze underneath there. But it's in. Starts
That's
up.
good. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
That's all that matters.
No problem. No shims needed. And
No
also
shims
just go
needed.
right in.
Got it right in. Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, you guys want to talk about some news or something? We've
good. What do you
already
got?
chewed up 8 minutes of the show.
What do you got?
Well, I'll just, it's been really tough getting news items, but there's some fun stuff. You guys watch Bitchin' Rides, right? You guys watch Bitchin' Rides?
Kindig.
Kindig.
Dave Kindig.
Kindig Design, Bitchin' Rides
Right.
on Motor Trend TV. Anyway, they motortrend.com, of course, because it's their show, they picked the top 10 favorite Kindig builds on Bitchin' Rides. And so this is a pictorial, but I'm just letting our listeners know, if you go to motortrend.com, it's one of the top stories, and the cars are just beautiful. They're really, really beautiful. I went through all 22 of the photos. So there's
Yeah.
only the top 10, but they had multiple photos of the different cars, so
And where is he, in Utah?
Salt Lake City, yeah.
Yeah, I like his builds better than I do Count's Customs.
Oh, Count Custom, I think he's a butcher.
I think they all. I've
butcher.
been to his shop. I've seen all the cars he's got. I think they all look the same.
Yeah,
He likes that scalloping. I'm not a big thing on scalloping
Yeah,
and
yeah, me either.
pinstriping or anything like that. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, Kindig does a nice, clean look. He doesn't
Yeah.
do any of that baloney.
Right.
I don't know. I've just never liked what do they call the show?
Count's Customs.
Counting cars.
Counting cars, right.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nothing he does has ever appealed to me, ever.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I guess you got to like
it's
that
the Las
type
Vegas thing,
Yeah, I
That's what
guess
it
so.
is.
Yeah, but you know what? I like the guys from Welder Up. Those guys are good.
Yeah, they are.
I've
That's
been to
true.
that shop too, and that shop has some beautiful cars in it.
What's the other show that's out like in Arizona? They got the old
Martin Brothers.
Martin Brothers. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that show.
Yeah, that's a good
And
one.
Phantom Works.
That's Texas Metal, right?
That's Iron Resurrection.
Oh, Iron Resurrection. Okay,
Iron
right.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think are they in Texas or Arizona? I think they're in Texas.
Texas Metal, those are the
Yeah.
guys that
Yeah, I haven't,
drop trucks down to
yeah,
the
I haven't
ground.
seen Fast and
Everything's got to
Loud.
be on the ground. We're going to put that right on the ground and
Yeah.
paint it black. Everything's black, it gets really old after a while. Anyway, Kindig, I think Kindig does some nice work on Bitchin' Rides. So
Right.
check that out on motortrend.com. Mecum is coming up in Las Vegas on November 9th. It's next week. It'll be televised on TV. And Mecum's got, we talked about how they did their first ever auction a few weeks ago. They did their first one in Tulsa. And they did 21 million in their very first inaugural.
Wow.
So the Las Vegas one's much bigger, of course, than Tulsa will be. They have one of 18, a Callaway C8 90s Camaro. Now, everyone says, well, 90s Camaro, but Callaway took these cars and they basically beefed up a 383 cubic inch V8. They called it the Supernatural V8, and they made it 400 horsepower for a 90s Camaro,
Right.
But they also did a lot of other things too. Now, this is on The Drive. If you want to read a lot of good car articles, go to thedrive.com. They've got the best one. They got tech stuff. They've got new car stuff. They've got anything you want. Any car news that's out there, these guys really dig. But anyway, at The Drive, you can see pictures of this Camaro. And the one that they show, they had brought back to Callaway, and it was at 450 horse, 420 foot-pounds of torque, pounds foot, whatever. Yeah, I always say foot-pounds. It's easier.
Yeah.
They also did a lot of Callaway did other things too. Just so you know, it was a Callaway. They did
a lot of Corvettes.
Yeah, but they were actually famous for the Corvettes.
Yeah,
in the Vegas.
So these
right, the Vegas.
Yeah, the Vega. I remember the Callaway
Can't
Vega.
beat the Vega Callaway, bro.
Yeah.
But they only did 18 of these Camaros, and so one of them's going off of Mecum. Should be pretty interesting to watch that one.
Yeah, I got a text from Mecum. They wanted to know if I was going out to the Las Vegas auction. Yeah, well, because I have the yearly pass.
Right.
So I told them that would probably be a last minute thing, and the lady told me, it's not a problem. Just let me know. And
well, you think you might go to Vegas?
Maybe just for the weekend.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do we got for time? Why don't we do a commercial? We'll run the commercial, and when we get back, we have some more news for you and all kinds of fun stuff. Conservative Radio, The Patriot.
The Patriot.
We'll be right back.
Offering 24/7 emergency services, Joe Scazzari Roof Services Consulting offers prompt handling of homeowners' insurance claims and has been serving the Treasure Coast for over 40 years. Scazzari's roofing experts can fabricate and install standing seam metal roofs on site, saving you thousands of dollars. And for those do-it-yourselfers, they can cut and fabricate your metal roof and deliver it right to your home or job site. Got a flat roof? Scazzari Roofing and Consulting specializes in all commercial and residential flat roofing systems. State certified and licensed, Scazzari Roofing and Consulting is family-owned and operated. Check out their website at roofservicesconsulting.com or give them a call at 772-388-7453 or toll free at 888-675-8106. Happy holidays from Scazzari Roofing and Consulting Contractors.
It's hurricane season. Prune your trees now with Scott Tree Services. Strengthen your trees against high winds and remove damaged limbs that could become missiles. Don't get nervous. Call Scott Tree Services.
Your grandkids struggle. You've helped your kids through their struggles. What about yours? Back in your day, nobody talked about feelings, emotions, or mental health. Times have changed. It's your time to unstruggle. When life is a struggle, getting help shouldn't be. Unstruggle.org.
Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, and Carl Perkins, the $1 Million Quartet.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine.
Based on a true story, this show brings their extraordinary talents and personalities to life. The magic of the $1 Million Quartet. It's not just a show. It's the celebration of the music that defined a generation. Now playing at Vero's Riverside Theater through November 12th. Get your tickets now at the box office or riversidetheater.com.
Welcome back to Classic Car Radio. I'm Keith McDonald here with Mike Carano, Steve Charbonneau, and Todd Byron, of course. Same old crew.
Yeah.
Same old crew that we had years ago. And anyway, we were doing some news. You guys still want to do news, or you want to talk about something else?
You do whatever you want to do,
I was
buddy.
rocking it out Patriot style.
Yeah, Patriot style.
Patriot stuff. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, do the Cyclone story.
Okay, I'll do the Cyclone
Steve
story.
works on Cyclones.
You work.
He had one in the shop for a while.
Oh, did you really?
Yep. That was a leftover from Todd.
Okay, here's a Cyclone story.
Good for leftovers.
A GMC Cyclone, which for those of you who don't know, it's basically the size of an S10, old S10 pickup, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
And but they were what are they, turbo, like a Buick?
Like
Turbo.
Grand,
V6
has the
turbo
Grand
V6
National
Grand
drivetrain.
National, yeah. Anyway, this guy he wanted to buy a Cyclone. He was dying to get a Cyclone. And when a rare GMC Cyclone was stolen from an owner who had fallen on hard times, it looked like the performance pickup wouldn't be recovered. But an upstanding member of the GMC truck community, believe it or not, on Facebook, he intercepted the stolen Cyclone, and he forfeited his own money. He went out and he bought this thing, and then he turned it over to the guy that was down on his luck.
Right.
So he bought it and gave it back to the guy to do the right thing, which is an incredible story in itself, because he could have just kept it. They had scrubbed the title and all that, so it didn't show up as stolen, but there were certain things that triggered all these other guys on the Cyclone Facebook page, where all these guys all discussed Cyclone stuff, I guess.
Right.
So anyway,
Cyclones and Typhoons.
So, and yes, that's a Chevy, right? The Chevy Typhoon?
No, GMC.
GMC?
It's the Tahoe version of the Cyclone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Blazer, the smaller Blazer, was it?
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, this guy's Jake Rowe, who recovered the stolen truck, told us, this is at the drive again, he had been shopping for a Cyclone when he came across one in Odessa, Texas, and it was cheap, suspiciously cheap at $4,200. But considering the asking prices, they sometimes more than $30,000. But he went up there and checked it out, and he bought it. So
yeah, there's a picture of it right there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there it is. Here's the story. There it is. No front bumper. No wonder. But anyway, that's the nice guy that bought it, Jake Rowe. And the seller said they had gotten the GMC as payment for cleaning up a property for an old lady. And her husband had lost the title before he died, and something like that. And so, but as I mentioned, the VIN number didn't come up back stolen, so he bought the truck, and it wasn't long before these guys on Facebook realized that this was the stolen Cyclone. So, not many people would do what this guy did. You think about that?
No,
he dropped $4,200, and so far, and this is the sad part. The Cyclone guys are running a GoFundMe page, and I didn't write this down here, but
for the guy to get his money back?
To get his money back, to get his $4,200 back. But unfortunately, they've only been able to scrape up $1,100 out of the group so far.
Yeah, but it's better than nothing.
Still, I know, but
could have scraped up nothing.
They should have. That's true.
I was on what's that? Bring a Trailer.
Yeah,
BringATrailer.com.
Yeah.
Did you see that Challenger, the 392 Hemi Challenger?
No, when was it on there?
Almost brand new. I don't know, about a week ago. Sold $30,000.
No kidding.
Really? Wow.
A wide body Challenger. I guess nobody wanted it. I don't know what the heck happened.
Huh.
$30,000 gone.
Wow. That is a good price.
Yeah.
It was SRT or?
Well, it had the bigger motor, so it might have been.
Yeah.
I don't know, 392 is
Might
a
be
bigger
a sign.
motor.
Yeah,
That should have been.
that would be an SRT, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
Isn't that a Hemi too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
392 Hemi.
Yeah. Okay. So here's one for you guys, and I bet you've heard about this before. Now, when we first started this show, Dean, one of the first hosts on the Chicago hosts I had, he had just bought a Mercedes, and thinking that the Mercedes were all diesel for some reason, he went and he pumped diesel into his Mercedes, which was a gas car.
Oh, nice.
So the Drive has an article. Here's what happens when you put diesel into your gas car. And tell us, guys, what do you know about that? Have you ever dealt with that?
Better drain it.
You got to drain it?
Yep.
You got to change the filter too, right?
Well, if you
Everything?
start it up, you already...
Will the car start?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, until it gets gas to it. It might
for about
ignite.
30 seconds.
Oh, really? Yeah, I saw a video about this. A girl called up a dad. I guess it must have been one of those America's Funniest Home Videos or something like that.
Okay.
And was trying to explain to her dad that she put Christmas gas in her car because it was around Christmas time.
Green.
So he was like, "What are you talking about? There's no such thing as Christmas gas." And she's like, "The green handle. It's Christmas gas." And the father went berserk, and they ended up winning the big thing on America's Funniest Home Videos. Yeah, for that. So,
that is funny though.
Yeah,
I did that.
Did you?
In 2005, I bought a 2005 Chevrolet 2500 HD diesel.
Right.
I never owned a diesel.
Yeah.
And I used to get gas at Hicks, and I pull right up in there, and I'm talking to Mr. Hicks, and I put the gas in there, I'm pumping, and I get about 20, I'm like $25, and I see the thing unleaded, I'm like, oh, God! I spent the rest of the afternoon there on the ground, dropping the tank.
Dropping the tank.
Wow.
Yeah. We just had the second truck that just got towed in not too long ago. Is the new trucks now had the DEF fluid next to the filler neck.
Okay.
So we've had the second truck to go towed in. They put the DEF in the diesel tank.
Oh, geez.
And it will not run.
Dang.
And that DEF is highly corrosive.
Really?
Yeah.
But local dealership told me they needed a fuel pump. The lift pump was bad. They had to take all the injector rails out and wrote them like a $3,700 estimate. I was like, we could just power up the pump with the scanner and drain it, fill it, change the fuel filters, and it'll run like crap for the first 20, 30 seconds till it gets all the crap out of the lines. And the truck's running and driving good. Back on the road.
Mostly you have to drop the tank if you do that.
Well, most of the time, the lift pump in the tank now, the newer GMs and all that stuff, you can activate the scanner, turn it on, and you'll get like 99% of the fuel out of it.
Oh, really?
That's what we did and changed the fuel filters, and he's already put 1,000 miles on a truck in a week. So
oh, beautiful.
it's running great.
Good.
So as similar as gasoline and diesel are, there are some key differences. Of course, the diesel's thicker and it burns slower, of course, right? So
Yeah, 42 octane.
what is that, the article itself? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 42 octane. That's all it is.
Wow.
Takes
Anyway,
so less to refine and costs so much more.
Yeah, you never used to. I mean, back years ago, diesel was always the
like-
cheapest gas.
Yeah.
Well, this is why this is I've always thought that they should have a drain plug on gas tanks,
Some
like they
do.
have on oil. Do they? Some
Some
but
do.
Some of the older
American
cars.
cars usually don't, right? I mean, have you ever seen it?
I've never seen a drain plug, but I don't go underneath the cars as much as these guys do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I got an trusty old Land Cruiser back that has a drain plug in the gas tank.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so when you put diesel, they knew you put diesel in it, so they sold you with the plug. One with the plug.
Somebody was just telling me about a shop in Port St. Lucie that burned down to the ground last year. And I guess all they did was like exotic Hemis and the Hellcats and all that stuff. And they were putting an aftermarket fuel sump in the tank and they had to drill a hole. So
Really?
the guy used a battery powered drill.
Oh,
And I guess it sparked the drill.
yep.
And it
Really?
burnt the whole shop, like 75% of the shop down to the ground.
Wow.
And a
Holy
bunch
cow.
of cars with it.
Wow.
That was last year in Port St. Lucie. So
That's
North Carolina.
crazy.
That's gonna
Ain't
hurt.
good.
Yeah, I'll see. All right, we're going to do some history when we get back because we're very close to break. So you guys help me out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's.
What do you need help at?
I want to know if any of you guys have been to like a pro Hamas Palestine rally. Have you? Have you been going to them?
Oh, yeah, every night.
Yeah.
I think Mike has, because see that beard over there?
Oh,
He looks like
I
Hamas.
look like a Hamas
I think
guy.
he's been in Hamas.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Mike,
You
are you? Little jihad over there.
Right.
Anyway, from noon to 3 during the week, we have Buck Sexton and Clay Travis, which is really cool.
Outkick.
Yeah, Outkick
Yeah,
guys.
Tommy Lauren's on that too. Outkick.
I believe so. Yeah.
A bunch of people are on that.
So they might. I mean, this is a good guest lineup. I think the radio station's going to do a lot better with those people coming on.
Yeah.
And I want to see who they get from 10 to noon. They haven't scheduled anyone 10 to noon. I hope they don't do oldies again.
Oh, maybe you'll get in.
Maybe they'll do us.
There
Maybe
you
they'll put
go.
us back on.
That'd be 2 hours. That'd be a long time.
2
to
hours.
spend
Just run
with
our
you.
show concurrently.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
It's hard to leave
Whatever.
here without strangling myself now.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought about doing a political show, but I don't need the baloney.
There you
I
go.
just don't need it.
He's
I
playing
don't
us
think it
out.
would ever.
We'll do it for
Okay, here we
Swami.
go. We're doing the music. We're Classic Car Radio, Vero Beach. We'll be right back after these messages.